We are under the lights here at Founders Field for another playoff edition of Platypi Baseball on the Classic Cookie Gaming channel. I'm Cookie Cutter, ready for some more playoff baseball between the Platypi and the Jacks. So far, in this best of 5 series, the first round of the playoff tournament, things are all knotted up at 1, so something's got to give here today. And after an exciting end to the last game between the two, a walk-off for the Platypi. But here's your starting lineups. Starting off at first base for the Jacks, it's Jack Cracker. At second base and batting second is Huffley Buffler. Juice Jackson is playing third and batting third. Betty Sparks, she's over in right field, and she is batting in the cleanup spot. Razzie Dazzler will be playing center field and batting fifth. Over at shortstop, and batting 6 is Rob Glover. And batting 7th and playing left field is Log Freely. Behind the dish tonight, Tough Lift, and he's batting 8th. And Barry Ozone will be pitching for the Jacks in this Game 3 matchup. Now, the Platypi will be rolling out the same lineup, so we'll get to that in a second. But first, here is how the tournament bracket is shaking up so far. Herbisaurs are down 0-2 to the Sandcats. Down 0-2 to the Overdogs are the Beewolves. All knotted up at 1 are the Hot Corners and Wild Pigs. And of course, the Platypi and the Jacks are all knotted up at 1 as well. And there's 1-0 first pitch of this ball game. The pitcher, Barry Ozone, has a 4-seamer, 2-seamer, screwball, and curveball. And this one's lined at the middle for a base hit for Kitty Kaufman. And of course, out there in right center field, that odd sort of angle jets way in. So Platypi might be eyeing that one in this game. But now with a runner on first, Hera O'Wugliam steps up. Runner going. That's Kitty Kaufman. Foul. 0-2, so she'll head back. The 0-2 pitch. Up the middle, but fielded easily by Glover. Behind the back, he flips to Buffler, who fires to first, and there's a double play. So now, bases wiped. Ball 1 to Beefcake McStevens. And now he puts a drive into this one down the left field line. Fair ball! It's down. It kicks off the corner of the wall. The ball gets fired back into Glover at short, and it's an easy double for Beefcake McStevens here with 2 outs. Now Muffin Studwick, the cleanup hitter for the Platypi, steps up. Pitch number 8 coming from Barry Ozone, and he'll miss outside ball 1 with a curveball. High, 2-0. 90 miles per hour with a 4-seamer there. And now this one's lined, but right at the shortstop, Rob Glover for out number 3. So despite a couple hits, nothing doing in the run column for the Platypi in the top half. Set to the bottom half and see if they can shut the door. Hudson Moyer on the mound, and that's up the middle for a base hit. Willie Bacon will get it and fire it back into the second baseman, Kitty Kaufman. So Hudson Moyer, the only change to the lineup today. And he throws a 4-seamer, 2-seamer. This one's grounded to Scooter. Great backhand pick. He'll fire to second. Back to first in time. Scooter scooted back to first base. And fielded that, so a double play for the Platypi. But Hudson Moyer fires a 4-seamer, 2-seamer, slider, curve, and changeup. Now, the 0-2 pitch to Juice Jackson. Weakly popped. A low liner, I should say. And it's... or a soft liner, I should say, and that's over Kitty Kaufman for a base hit with 2 outs. So looking pretty similar are the 2 sides of the frame on the offensive side, I should say. Well, really both sides. Now strike 1. And that's weakly hit to Scooter Sandbrick at first. He'll charge, thinks about just waiting for Betty there, but ultimately decides to head to the bag, and there's out number 3. We get to the top of the second, still no score despite 2 hits between the two, for both of the teams. And now there's strike 1 on the outside corner to Scooter Sandbrick, who made a couple of nice plays out in the field in the first. Now he lines one into the left center gap. It's down for a base hit. It will not roll to the wall. Log Freely cuts it off, but it will be a leadoff hit for Scooter Sandbrick as Kerry Cartman steps up. And now that's, wallop to left center field, going, but it dies right in front of the track. Log Freely makes the grab easily. Scampering back to first is Scooter, and there's 1 down. And, of course, the Platypi lineup is Kitty Kaufman, Hera O'Wugliams, Kitty playing second, Hera at right field. As this one is walloped by Tugboat Thomas, the catcher today, deep, and it's into the bullpen. He takes advantage of that Founders Field quirk in right center field and hits this one 407 feet and well out of here to give the Platypi the first 2 runs of the ball game. It's 2-0 Platypi as Hudson Moyer steps up to the plate. Yeah, I guess, let's see here. Beefcake McStevens batting third and playing third. Left field Muffin Studwick, as that's ball 1 inside. Scooter Sandberg is playing first base, as you have seen, and hitting fifth, as that's lined up the middle by Hudson Moyer. A 1-out single for the pitcher. Batting 6 is the shortstop Gary Cartman, and of course you just saw Tugboat Thomas, the catcher, hit one way out of here, as that's ball 1 inside to Willie Bacon. And the pitcher, his battery mate Hudson Moyer, just got a single. Now Willie Bacon, the center fielder, faces a 3-0 count. He will be taking all the way, it looked like. 2-seamer, good one inside, on the inside corner, but that's ball 4. So now first and second, the lineup card will flip on over for Kitty Kaufman here. 2 on, 1 out. Now that's lined into the left center gap. That is down for a base hit. It's going to get past the center fielder, Razzie Dazzler. 2 runs are going to score. It's 4-0 Platypi here in the top of the second inning. Taking that momentum from the end of last game and just trucking right along. Oh, and now Kitty's going for third. Oh, no, she stops. She's stuck in the middle. And she's going to run out at third base. Not even really a pickle. As that's lined into center. This one's lined into center field and will be caught by Dazzler for out number 3. Tough Lift just ran out Kitty. And then a line out to O'Wuglians will end an otherwise fantastic inning. 4-0 now for the Platypi. Hudson Moyer will take the bump again here in the top of the second inning. And he'll get strike 1 on a foul ball. 0-2. As Razzie Dazzler steps up. 1-2. Ooh, just below the hands, but Dazzler did not flinch. The 2-2 pitch to her. Line, low liner. Fielded off the ground on a dive by Kerry Cartman. He gets up, fires at first, and it's in time for out number 1. What a play by Kerry. Had to handle a low liner that took a hop right before he got it as he was diving to his left. Great play. Now this one's a low liner and will stay in the air. Caught at his kneecaps for Sandbrick over at first base. 2 down now. Some good contact. Oh, just right at people, but this one's weak contact. Scooter will charge, field, and step on the bag to end the second inning. So a great shutdown inning from Moyer. It's 4-0. Heading into the third for Beefcake McStevens. Ball 1 high for Beefcake from Barry. Ball 2 in on a curveball. That's 3-0 as the Platypi look to pile on. 4-0 means a ball 4. Don't know why I said 4-0, but oh well. 4-pitch walk for Beefcake. Muffin Studwick steps up to the plate. Ball 1 outside. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to the slugger. 2-1 on a good 2-seamer. And now pickoff attempt to first base. Beefcake will get back easily, though. Now a pop. Oh my gosh, it's in no man's land. Diving try by the shortstop. Glover, no chance. It's in for a base hit. First and second, nobody out on a no man's land bloop hit. Everything's coming up Platypi. Quickly 2-0 to the first base slugger, Scooter Sandbrick. Strike 1. 2-1, walloped foul. 2-2. Manages to get a piece of it. It's fouled back. The 40th pitch from Ozone is lined up the middle. Diving try by the second baseman. It's through for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third base. That's Beefcake. They're going to hold him at third. Play is station to station. Bases are juiced. Just past Buffler's diving glove. Bases juice for Cartman, who's going to go down 0-1 and then pop this one into the stands backwards. Foul. The 0-2 to him now with bases loaded. Low. Ball 1. 1-2. Now, a weak line drive down the left field line. Just foul. This one weakly popped in the infield. It will be an infield fly, even though it didn't get very high in the air, but a pop-up nonetheless. So 1 down for Tugboat Thomas, who already has a homer in this game. Low liner to second. Oh, Buffalo let it drop. Fires to second, and then that's turned to first for a double play. So unfortunately, nothing could be done about the bases loaded situation for the Platypi. But, oh goodness, they give up a base hit here to the right side. Williams almost gets the runner at first base, but she will not be able to. That'll bring up pitcher Barry Ozone, who will show bunt and will bunt it, but Thomas will touch it foul down the third base line. The 0-1, trying to bunt again. This time misses altogether. Moyer throwing in some good curveballs for these bunt attempts. Oh, and that'll freeze him. Ozone had the bunt attempt out there and pulled it back, but it catches the inside part of the zone for strike 3. Now runner on first for Jack Cracker, who will take strike 1. The 0-1, grounded to Kaufman. She will barehand it, misses the tag attempt at second, but will still get the out at first base. Good job by her to still manage to get that out. They weren't going to be able to turn 2 either way, I don't think, unless there was a tag attempt. But now 1-1, 1-2 to Huffley Buffler. Grounded to Kitty Kaufman at second. She'll charge, fire to first, and there's out number 3. So nothing doing despite a hit for the Jacks. And now Hudson Moyer will step in to start things off here for the Platypi, who will ground promptly to Buffler at second base, who will routinely play it and get the out at first base. 1 down now for Willie Bacon. Platypi, of course, couldn't get anything going last inning despite loading up the bases. Now 3-0 to Willie, who walked in his last at-bat. And now, oh, got a hanger and walloped it, but foul. 3-1, well outside, ball 4. The lineup card flips over once more, and it's Kitty Kaufman, who in the playoffs is now batting .727 for her average with a homer and 5 RBIs. Now runners going, that's Willie. He runs to second, he slides, he's safe! Stolen base for Willie, trying to get a 5th run on the board. Now this one's popped into foul territory. We'll get into the stand down the first base line, though, into right field. Now this one, oh, way outside it, and that's muffed by a lift. And Bacon will get all the way over to third. 2-2. Up the middle, past the pitcher Ozone. Buffler will get it deep in the hole, and the throw to first, not in time. Not in time, it's an infield hit for Kaufman, and the run scores. And that'll prompt a pitching change. Barry Ozone will come out for Immaculo Spectaculo, who unfortunately in the playoffs has a 9 ERA. That's lined into left field, base hit. Yes, the Platypi see him well. They came back against him in the last game, game 2. Now Beefcake McStevens up. But 9 ERA, 2.33 whip now, and no strikeouts. He throws a 4-seamer, slider, and change. And now 1-1 to Beefcake McStevens. Up the middle, Batty's going to get down for a base hit. They are not going to wave Kitty, though. It was hit a little bit too hard, and she had to make sure that one dropped. But the base is juiced once again. 1 out for the cleanup hitter, Muffin Studwick, batting just 200 in the playoffs right now. Does have 2 RBIs. Let's see if he can get them in here. And he will, a diving try, but it's past him at third, into left field for a base hit. 6-0, they'll play it station to station. Scooter Sandbrick steps up with still 1 out. This one hit high and deep. This one's going back. Dazzler on the warning track will make the grab. Runners tag to third and home. And it's 7-0, Platypi. No real close play there. Beefcake over to third now. And now we have first and third, and that's through for a base hit. Just through the left side of the infield. A diving try by both the third baseman, Juice Jackson, shortstop Glover. And it's 8-0 Platypi, absolutely pouring it on now. 2-0 to Tugboat Thomas. 3-0 after a very poor start to the series, a very poor game 1. Oh my goodness, this one's hit to right center field, deep, back at the wall. Dazzler will make the grab. But another 4 runs will come across in the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 8-0 Platypi. But after a poor start in game 1, this one's lined down the first base line, fair, just over the bag. O'Wugliams would get to it. It died before it could get anywhere close to the corner, to the wall, and O'Wugliams would get in plenty of time to hold him to a single. But now Betty Sparks will step up, and after a very poor first game and what looked like was going to be a rough second game, the Platypi came back in the second game in miraculous fashion, and now pouring it on to assert some dominance in game 3. Now a 2-2 count to Betty Sparks. She'll hit one to Kitty. She'll range to her left. Oh, gets out at second base. It was maybe by half a step. They will not be able to turn 2 despite a throw over to first. And now 1 out with a runner on first. Foul ball, line drive, just past the third base dugout. That's up the middle base hit. Willie Bacon will get to it. He will fire it in towards third, but it's cut off by the shortstop, Carrie Cartman. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And Rob Glover steps up to the plate. The Jacks shortstop. And now he lines one into right field. It's over the glove of the leaping Kitty Kaufman. O'Wugliams fields it and gets it in. No runner going to home. And Scooter will cut it off. But a good throw from Hera O'Wugliams anyways. Now this one's, deep into center field. Back at the track. Bacon dives and misjudged it. It's past him. It's past him. The runners had to hold up. 1 run will score. The second one just now scoring despite a close play at the plate. It's 8-2 runners on first and second. Just a single after all that. A hit off of the center field wall. Willie Bacon probably did not need a dive for that one, and it hurt him in the end. This one a liner screamer, but Muffin Studwick will make the grab as it was hit right at him. Now Immaculate Spectacular will be pinch hit for by Batch Wilson. This is his first playoff at bat. Now 8-2. Hudson Moyer trying to wiggle his way out of this to make sure no more runs score. 1-2 now to the pinch hitter. Down the line, Beefcake can't make the grab on the dive. A run will come in to score. Muffin will get the throw into third base to keep the runners at first and second. 2 outs, but 8-3 now. Now this one's grounded to Kitty. She'll just take it and throw it to where her momentum was going at second for out number 3. Hudson Moyer will step in. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Keisha Mushara, as this one's lined but caught by Glover at shortstop for out number 1. 4-seam, 2-seam, and changeup from the new reliever. And now Willie will fly this one out to right, but foul. Now quickly 0-2 has not seen an 0-2 count yet, or even a 2-strike count. Walked twice has Willie Bacon. And now he'll ground one to Glover sharply, but Glover will field it and fire to first and get the out relatively easily. Ball 1 outside, needing a shutdown inning after a great 3-run bottom of the 4th. Keisha just one batter away from doing it, but it's a 2-1 count to Kitty Kaufman, the Platypi leadoff hitter. And Joe Walker, on 5 pitches, Kitty Kaufman will be on first base for Hera O'Wugliams. Lots of speed over there at first. And this one's whopped into center field. Dazzler tracking though, and she'll get there just in front of the warning track. Gave that one a powerful jolt, but it's caught to end the inning nonetheless. Nothing doing despite a walk for the Platypi. Still 8-3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Grounded down the first base line, but Scooter Sandberg will get it and take it to the bag himself for out number 1. Good play to his left. Ball 1 outside on a curveball to Juice Jackson. And now just foul off of Scooter Sandberg's glove after it was already declared foul. A good diving try though. 2-2 and swung on and missed strike 3. A good circle change will get him to swing and miss at that one. 2 down. Hudson Moyer hunting a 1-2-3 inning. And he might get it. This one's a diving stop by Beefcake McStevens. He corrals it in, fires to first, and it's in time for out number 3. Heck of a play for Beefcake McStevens. And oh my goodness, how many times do you see it? where a player makes an incredible play in the field, and then the very first batter of the next inning is that player. Look at that. 1-1 quickly to Beefcake. Let's see what he can do here to try to start a rally for the Platypi, who, after giving up 3 runs in the 4th, come back in the 5th with a 1-2-3 inning, including some great defense. And now this one's lined down the right field line, down and fair into the corner. Betty Sparks will get it, fires in to second base, but it's late. It's a double, leadoff double here in the 6th for Beefcake McStevens. Muffin Studwick steps up to the plate, ball 1 up. 1-0 to him. Oh, just caught the outside corner, strike 1. The 1-1, upstairs, 2-1. This one's hit foul, pulled down the first base line. The 2-2. Oh, checked his swing, he did, but doesn't matter because it's a called strike 3. Now with 1 out, up the middle, base hit, base hit. They will hold him at third base, though. Beefcake will stay at third. It'll be 1st and 3rd for Kerry Cartman. Trying to get a couple more runs on the board. Get back those 3 they gave up in the 4th. And this one's lined into left field. Down for a base hit. And it's past Sparks. Dazzler in center field. 1 run will score. They're going to send Scooter Sandbrick. There's no throw home. It's 10-3 Platypi. Runner on second now is Kerry Cartman for Tugboat Thomas, who lines this one in the center. Dazzler will make this play. Out number 2, Kerry Cartman actually started like he was going to third base and held up, but drew a throw. So Hudson Moyer's going to still be in this game, and he gives this one a drive deep to center field, but in front of the warning track. Razzie Dazzler will make the play, but not before 2 runs come across to score for the Platypi. It's 10-3, bringing this thing back up to a 7-run lead, and now this one's hit the other way to Sandbrick for out number 1. Liner, Kaufman will make the leaping grab, out number 2. Log Freely steps up with 2 quick outs, and now a 2-0 count. Strike 1 swings to a 95-mile-an-hour four-seamer. 3-1 inside. The 3-1 pitch, strike 2 on the corner. Here comes the payoff pitch. Grounded to Kitty Kaufman. She'll field. Fires to first. It's in time. A 1-2-3 inning. Exactly what the doctor ordered. We head to the 7th inning. Keisha's still in the game, and Willie Bacon will lead things off. Takes a changeup inside. Now this one's hit the other way. At the warning track is Betty Sparks, and she'll make the grab for out number 1. And now here comes the 3-for-3 with a walk. Kitty Kaufman, double single walk and some RBIs to boot. 1-0 quickly to her, 2-0. She might be taking all the way when considering she walked on 5 last time, but now there's a strike and 2-1. 3-1 though. The 3-1 pitch. And this one's walloped up the middle on a line, but caught by Razzie Dazzler for out number 2. Hera O'Wugliam steps up to the plate. And this one's grounded. To his left, Cracker makes the grab on the ground, and Mushara will cover for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Still 10-3 Platypi. Tough lift lead things off, and Moyer's still out there. Only at 66 pitches. And Hera O'Wugliams will camp out under this one, and there's out number 1. Mushara is going to be pinch hit for here by Clutch Corman, who's getting his first playoff at bat. And this one's a weak line drive into center field, but down for a base hit. Just past the infield, though the infield goes quite deep here at Founders Field. One of the quirks of the field. Now this one, Beefcake will get it to his left, fires to Kitty, she'll turn, fires to first, it's a round robin double play, 5-4-3 to end the inning. Beefcake McStevens steps up 3-for-3 with a couple doubles, a single, and a walk to face the new pitcher Chico Lapata with a 4-seam cutter and a slider. Now 1-1, he's a submarine pitcher, by the way, from the right side. And now 1-2 to Beefcake. Will be a check swing, ball 2 outside. And now Beefcake hits this one on the line, right center field, but Sparks is under it for out number 1. Well hit, but an out nonetheless. A loud out number 1 here in the top of the 8th inning. Muffin up, and he'll line this one into the left center gap. It's down for a base hit. Dazzler will cut it off, get it back into the infield to Glover, the shortstop, cutting off. And now up steps Scooter Sandberg, who's 3 for 3 with a few singles. And now, oh, he puts a drive into this one deep at the wall. It's off the top of the wall and over the fence. Gone. A wall scraper, but a beauty. 418 off the bat. Well, I should say, sorry, 418 feet off the bat. That's not the exit velocity. Oh, goodness gracious. But a 2-run bomb makes it 12-3. And that, if there wasn't already a dagger, that might be actually the second dagger. As Log Freely will rein this one in for out number 2. Tugboat Thomas steps up in this 12-3 lead. Foul ball over the Jacks dugout. Ball on low, 1-1 to Tugboat Thomas. Up the middle, grounded, and that's through for a base hit. Dazzler will field fire back into the infield to Glover, who's covering second base this time. That'll bring up Hudson Moyer, who's going to stay in this ball game. I mean, why not? Save your pen. And he's still at a pretty low pitch count and only has had really one bad inning. And now he'll ground to Chico. Great reflexes. That wasn't a soft grounder. And we'll fire to first, but not before a couple more runs come home to score. It's 12-3 Platypi heading to the bottom of the 8th. And now this one, a routine grounder to Kerry Cartman at short. He'll field and fire to first for out number 1. Juice Jackson steps up. He's aggressive, swinging, and fouls one back. And now on the second pitch of his at-bat, grounds one to Kitty Kaufman, who ranges to her left to make the play. Out number 2. Now 1-0 to Betty Sparks, who puts a drive into this one, and it will bounce off the wall for a base hit. It was hit so hard, and Muffin was able to turn around and just fire back in that it'll stay a single. Strike 1. That one was absolutely a frozen rope, though. 1-1 with a runner on first and 2 outs. Ball 2 inside. Moyer is at 76 pitches now. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, a chance to get out of it. Strike 3. It's a whirly bird special for out number 3 in the 8th. We're heading to the top of the 9th inning, 12-3. This one looking hopeless for the Jacks. We'll see if the Platypi can continue to pour it on here in the 9th inning. But the first at bat will be popped up by Willie Bacon, and Chico Lapata, the pitcher, will actually make the play for out number 1. Now this one, line to the right center gap, down for a base hit. It gets to the short wall, but it takes a weird ricochet. Dazzler misses it, and Kaufman will easily get into second base, actually rounding second. Possibly looking for a triple there, but yeah, that would have been a bang-bang play at second base, but just took a weird ricochet off that weird jetted out wall in right center. And Dazzler couldn't make a play off of it. 0-2. Now to Williams, and this one's lined over the leaping glove of Glover. Kaufman was running all the way. She'll get to home with ease. Throw comes into second. It's 13-3 Platypi. Kaufman did not care if that was caught. She was scoring. She was already at third basically by the time that one hit the grass in the outfield. Now Beefcake quickly 0-2. We'll see what he can do here. 0-2. Checks his swing inside, ball 1. Now he flies this one into center field, a high fly out. It's in left center, but squeezed by Dazzler for out number 2. She'll fire it back in. Scampering back to first base is Hera O'Wugliams. Muffin Studwick steps up, ball 1 outside. Guys, average back up to 308, and also knocked in another run. The 2-0, he'll swing and miss at that pitch outside. 2-1. And now gives this one a pretty good ride to center, but Dazzler will easily make the grab for out number 3. But a run will come across in the top of the 9th, and now Moyer looking for the complete game here. We'll get a 1 pitch out as that one's lined sharply to Kerry Cartman, but he'll make the grab for out number 1. chest high snatch. Now 0-2 quickly to log freely. I think the Jacks want to get this game over with quickly. They've been pretty aggressive these last couple of innings. And now on the third pitch of the at-bat, this one's hit to shortstop. Gary Cartman ranging to his left full field and fire to first for out number 2. Tough lift will step up, ball 1 inside. 85 pitches now is at strike 1 with 2 outs here in the 9th for Hudson Moyer. Does he have a complete game? Charging and barehanding is McStevens. He has plenty of time, and it's 3 up, 3 down to end this ball game. Platypi win, taking this game 3 handily and going up in the series 2-1 over the Jacks. My goodness, did not think we would see a game of this such utter dominance after those first 2. But goodness gracious, 13 runs for the Platypi on 21 hits and no errors. And the Jacks, just 3 runs on 10 hits, no errors. A lot of hits, but just couldn't get them those runners across. Hudson Moyer goes the distance, gave up 3 runs, but across 10 hits, struck out 3, but went 9 innings. And Barry Ozone will get the loss, went 3 1/3, gave up 9 hits and 6 earned runs, walking 3. Moyer not walking a single batter, which is exactly what you want to see in the playoffs. Scooter Sambrick wins player of the game honors. Number 2 runner-up is Kitty Kaufman, and Beefcake McStevens at honorable mention number 3. But look at those games, those stat lines for all 3 of those players. Absolutely what you need for if you're the Platypi, and that's going to win you a ball game darn near every single time. But thank you so much for joining us for the 3rd game of this playoff series. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed watching it, as just utter dominance, absolute gobsmacking from the Platypi in this one. Well, we'll see you next week for another playoff matchup here on the Classic Cookie Gaming channel. I hope you have an amazing day. This is Cookie Cutter signing off.